All right. What's going on, YouTube? I'm Rob.
And this is Nick.
Back again, Coffee and Crypto. We're going to go a little bit longer form today for our market update. And the big elephant in the room is Bitcoin, and crypto is up. We had a nice little pump to $21,000. That's the first time we're up in this range since the FTX collapse, which was around November of this previous year, 2022. So let's dive into it. Me and Nick have some conflicting opinions here, some bullish versus bearish opinions, and there can only be one winner. So we're going to get down to the nitty gritty and see what the details are. So Nick, where are we currently now with the Bitcoin price? Why don't you pull up a chart and then we can start looking at the stats.
All right, can you see my screen?
I can now.
You can see my screen. Okay. So you can see right here. Let me zoom in just a little bit so everyone can see where the FTX collapse happened. This is the FTX collapse. And since then, we've just kind of been hovering in this range between 16 and 18,000. Kind of it's just been a washing machine. There really hasn't been much to talk about in the markets until something happened. And we did get that a few days ago. We did break out above this local high here at 18,300. And once that broke, there was just massive momentum. Like not only Bitcoin, but several other coins like Solana and everything were shooting up like 60, 70% in the last couple weeks. I thought we honestly... Go ahead.
Solana is up like 82% in the past 30 days, and Avalanche is another big one, up like 42%. Everything ripped recently. It looks like we just retraced upwards that entire move down from FTX.
Yeah, we're like right at the levels that we were right before FTX happened. And I'm actually shocked that we just broke through the 200-day moving average as sharply as we did. I honestly thought we were going to get stopped out here at the 200-day moving average and maybe have a pullback before moving higher, but it just cut through the 200-day moving average like butter. So,
that's
I mean, where do we go from
there?
Yeah, that's the purple line right here. And actually, go ahead.
Explain the 200 moving day average and the significance of that to someone who may not be familiar with it and why, what it means that we just broke through it.
Yeah, it's just an average of the closing price of all of these previous 200 candles. And we're on a daily chart right now. So each one of these candles is a 1-day time frame. And this pink line that we have down here is a little bit shorter moving average. It's a 50-day. So it's good that the 50-day moving average is actually curling up. That's a very bullish sign. And it's also a bullish sign that the 200-day moving average, it's flattening out and looking like it's going to start curling higher as well. If we do get a cross of the 50 and 200-day moving average, that's called the golden cross. That's even more bullish. But for the
golden cross, I've never heard of that.
You never heard of the what?
I've heard the death cross. I haven't heard of the golden cross.
That's the opposite of the death cross. So the death cross is when the 50-day crosses over the 200, and the golden cross is when the 50 crosses above the 200. But anyway, if we're looking short term for the next week or so, it wouldn't surprise me if Bitcoin came down here and back tested this 200-day moving average at 19.5. And honestly, it wouldn't even surprise me if Bitcoin came down here and back tested this level here right around 18.3 before moving higher. But you know what? Anything can happen. We could even have a continuation from where we are right here, because if you look even closer, this looks like a bull flag to me. And I don't know. Everything is looking pretty bullish to me right now. All of this down here.
Something to me about the start of the new year and the first couple of days or weeks, everything being green, and how that was a bullish indicator. Do you want to elaborate on that, what you said to me?
Oh, yeah. Just if you look back into history, look at the first week of every year, and that's typically a good indicator on how the market's going to do for the rest of the year. And because these first several days of the year were just green across the board, not only in crypto, but also in the traditional markets, it's looking to me like we're going to have a green year, just based off of that indicator.
Interesting. So just some stats. Bitcoin passed 21,000 since the FTX collapse, which was around the November time. Bitcoin is up around 25% more or less in the past week or so. It broke through the 200-day moving average. And with all this happening, short liquidations were big. A lot of shorts got liquidated, and that just added to this big move upwards. This definitely looks bullish. So why did all this happen? I mean, if you just go back to the past week, what happened? We had the inflation report came out, and it was a lot better than expected. So there's a lot of hope and speculation trading going on in the market. Shorts got wrecked. There's ways you can check the data for derivatives and futures and like how much volume and everything was going on. I haven't seen that, but I'm just assuming this was mainly derivatives based because we're still in a high inflation environment. So in my opinion, I think this is just a lot of people playing on the hope and the opportunity to trade on the speculation that inflation is going to be a softer landing, it's going to be an easier ride down, and things are going to get better sooner. My opinion is that this is a nice bear market rally. I don't see us going much higher. I think we're still in a high inflation, interest raising environment. So even when they cut the increases, so from 0.75 to 0.50, maybe it's 0.25, they're still increasing interest rates. So they're still pulling money out of the market. So that alone is bearish. But we see how the markets react when this stuff happens. Risk is on again. So it's impossible to predict. But overall, I'm still bearish. I think this is a nice bear market rally, and I just find it hard to see us going much higher when inflation's so high. They're still raising interest rates, whether you want to say it's 0.25, 0.50, whatever. And people are still hurting out there. So who's really buying? And is it just derivatives based?
I mean, that's a good, there's some solid data that you're talking about there. I don't know. I hope I'm right because I've got a majority of my portfolio invested in crypto. I would hate to see it go lower at this point because I've already been through so much pain for the last year, seeing the portfolio
Yeah.
drop over 90%.
But that's kind of like the predicament we're in. Like, how much lower can we really go? What do we do? We just go back to 15,000? Like, I don't see us going to $1,000, $5,000 Bitcoin. I think that's unrealistic. So if we do go back down, I think the downside is not, it's not extreme. I know everyone was calling for 10,000, 12,000 Bitcoin. I think that's still on the table. But I think if you have a long-term perspective and you're buying now, you buy at 20,000 and it goes back down to 15 and then back up again, the start of a new bull market, it's not really going to make that much of a difference. So I don't think there's obviously downside because it could go lower, but I think, if anyone's getting in now, the long-term is still looking good, although we did just pump. So you never want to buy, you never want to do a lot of buying after a big pump unless it's a clear uptrend where, like you're sure it's the start of a new bull market. But if it is the start of a bull market, which I don't think it is, but even let's say it was, you definitely didn't miss out on this pump because if this was the start of a new bull market, you would have plenty of time to get in. So
yeah, this definitely feels like I feel like I'm reliving 2019 in my life right now. Like everything I'm feeling emotionally, like me throwing all kinds of money at crypto and it just being down and kind of a washer machine. You get these pumps and sometimes most of the time they were selling off. Every pump was selling off and I would just continue to accumulate more. So like, it's almost like deja vu from 2019 right now. So if you have the foresight to be investing right now, I mean, think of what happened between 2019 and 2021. I mean, it was a humongous rally. So
Well,
that's what I'm looking forward to.
that was the time period where you accumulated and then eventually became a crypto millionaire. And
Yeah,
that's
and
kind of,
everyone was telling me I was an idiot for throwing my life savings at crypto, and I'm doing it again right now.
yeah, so that's essentially how, this all came together with Coffee and Crypto and this channel. We wanted to share this message and teach others how Nick got into the position where he is now and accumulated all his gains from, essentially not identical, but a very similar scenario in the last bear market. So if you want to learn more about those strategies of basically what he did last bear market to make millions of dollars from the recent bull and what he's doing now, which is essentially the same, very similar scenarios, and what he plans to do going forward to have repeat success, we created an entire course and investing program called The Ultimate Guide to Crypto Investing. So it's a step-by-step course showing you essentially how to get started in crypto, how to accumulate in the bear market, how to do technical analysis, how to know where we are in market cycles, market psychology, finding 10x to 100x cryptos. And it's basically an A to Z guide for crypto investing, trading, and all that good stuff. So we have a dedicated course for that. We'll link that in the description. That's our paid course. It's not, by any means, it's not a large investment compared to what you can make in returns from that. It's actually a very small investment. If you want to just learn more about crypto, we have a free beginner's guide to crypto, completely free. It's a guide we put together. You can grab that, check it out. That'll just get you started. And then if you do that, we also have a newsletter, which if you want to just sign up for that, just grab our free guide. It'll automatically get you on our newsletter. And then we send it out on a weekly basis, giving you our trade picks, news that's going on in the market. And that way you can find out about things first before before you hear about it, like from mainstream media. So we mail that out pretty frequently on a weekly basis. So that's what we have for you guys. We're here to stay. We're grinding through the bear market and waiting for the next bull. So that's it for me, Nick, unless you got anything else to say.
Yep, just grinding through the bear market. We are going to keep pushing, and growing. And I foresee that there's going to be some people that are listening to these videos right now who are going to follow our advice and become millionaires alongside of us in this next bull market. So I'm looking forward to hearing the stories. So that anything we talk about here is not financial advice. This is please do your own research before investing your hard-earned money into crypto. And we will see you guys in the next one.
All right. Take care, guys.
Did you stop recording?
No, I got to figure out how to stop this. So this is going to be our post-credit scenes. Let's see. The bloopers. Here we go.